that we really have to share the good stuff, right? So in that vein, we're gonna share some good stuff today. So today we're gonna talk about urine. What it looks like, what it smells like, what's important for you, how do you know when something is wrong, when you should go to the doctor. All of that is so important because everybody does it, just everybody doesn't talk about it. Somebody hung up.
They left. You done kicked her out. They done started leaving already.
Somebody left. They said, nope, not talking to her about that. Okay, hold on. Something's going on with my technology. Let me fix that. Okay.
She came back. Don't worry about it. She came
Oh, they came back. They came back. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. This is good information. And you know what I found out too? Like sometimes when I'm sharing this type of information, we laugh and all that, but I get calls in the back end about people who was actually having an issue, and because of giving them certain information, they were able to take care of it. So it's important for us to delve into some of these circumstances. So when it comes to urine, peeing, everybody does it. Everybody doesn't talk about it, but the color, the smell, the amount, all of that can give you cues to how healthy you are. And if you need to talk about, something with your doctor. So, your bladder holds anywhere from 50 to 500 milliliters of liquid. That's about a can and a half of soda, to give it some to help it make sense, right? And so what happens is when your bladder gets about halfway full, your brain gets the receptors that say, okay, it's time to go to the bathroom now. And so then your brain will tell you, and then yes, point of reference. Thank you so much. Your brain will tell you that it's time to go to the bathroom. Now, sometimes you can tell yourself, oh, I got to go to the bathroom, but I'm going to wait until I get to a bathroom I want to go to. And sometimes that works. And depending on how old you are, it might not work as well. So you should go to the bathroom. You should pee between 6 and 8 times over the course of 24 hours. If you pee more often than that, could be going on. Could be that you drank too much water. It could be that you drank a lot of caffeine, which is coffee or tea. Coffee or tea with caffeine in it is a natural diuretic. So if you drink tea, it's going to make you pee. If you drink coffee, it might make you pee too. If you have an overactive bladder, which can be the result of excess weight, could be the result of medication or nerve damage, or some other conditions can cause overactive bladder. You may have a bladder infection. A bladder infection will cause you to have to go to the bathroom more. If there is a problem with your prostate in men, then you may have to go to the bathroom more. If you have a weak pelvis, and that happens to women after childbirth, your pelvic floor muscles are really, really weak. And so you can't hold it as much as you want to, or you have to go to the bathroom even more. So you're going to drink, yes.
Hold it. Now, what you just said about a minute ago, we ain't hear none of it. So you got to go backwards.
Oh, got to go backwards.
Because we ain't hear.
Okay. All right. No problem. I said you should pee between 6 and 8 times during the course of 24 hours, right? If you pee more often than that, there's some things that could be going on. 1, you drank too much fluid. 2, you have an overactive bladder, which can be because of weight, could be because of medication, could be because of nerve damage, or some other conditions that may cause overactive bladder. Or you drank too much caffeine, too much tea. Tea make you pee. Drink coffee. Coffee make you, coffee will make you pee because the caffeine in it is a natural diuretic. So that could make you pee more often too. If you have a problem with your prostate gland in men, that will make you pee more. Also, if you have a weak pelvic floor muscles, that usually happens to women after childbirth. You will have to pee more often because the muscle doesn't hold as much. So if you're gonna have more, or if you're gonna be drinking a lot, you just need to pay attention if it's coming from what you're doing, or if it's not, or if you're not doing anything and it's causing you, and you're going to the bathroom a lot, you might want to talk to your doctor. So why is pee yellow? Why is it yellow? Why is it not blue or purple or green? Huh? Well, it's because the kidneys are breaking down the hemoglobin, which is a portion of the red blood cells, and they release waste via your your urine. And one of these waste products is called urochrome, a yellow tinted substance. And so urochrome can be amber in color, but when you drink enough water, the amber color gets more diluted and it appears, kind of yellow. Ideally, your urine should appear yellow or straw colored. And if it's so light that it's almost clear, you probably are drinking way too much water. Is there such thing as drinking too much water? Yes, it is. If your urine is always clear, then that means you're drinking way too much water, and that could cause an effect with your electrolytes. So you don't want to drink it until it's almost clear. So one of the questions somebody asked me was, why do you pee more when you get older? So when you sleep at night, right, your brain releases this hormone known as ADH, antidiuretic hormone. And this hormone helps your body to kind of retain fluid, right? And so what happens is, as you get older, your body doesn't make as much of that hormone anymore. And so when your bladder gets fuller, it gets fuller faster. And so it can't hold as much as when you age, because that hormone is no longer there. So when you're really hydrated, you get really light color, yellow, and close to clear. If you're getting dehydrated, you'll notice that the urine is becoming more of an amber color, even light brown. And different foods that you eat can, or even medications, can turn the urine different colors too. And these colors, you have to pay attention, because these colors can also be indicative of a problem, of a disease, of organs not doing what they're supposed to. So depending on what you eat or medications that you're taking, how much water that you drink, urine can vary in many colors. And so some colors fall in the normal range of what urine will look like. In other cases, there's unusual colors and cause for concern. So again, if it's clear, that means you're drinking more than your daily recommended amount of water. So you want to be careful with that, because if you drink too much, the water can rob the body of the electrolytes that you really need in order to stay healthy. But it's no reason to panic unless it stays like that. Sometimes you say, oh, today I'm gonna drink my gallon of water, and you drink a gallon of water, and then it's almost completely clear. And so that you drank a gallon of water, so that's normal for what you did. Just don't do it all the time where it stays completely clear, because we want to be making sure that we get in our electrolytes. Even if you're doing that, make sure that you're drinking some coconut water too, to replace those electrolytes if you are really being clear all the time. So you might just need to cut back just a teeny bit. So, the color of urine typically falls in that spectrum of light yellow to a deeper amber color because of that urochrome, right? And so, if you find yourself seeing red or seeing pink, before you panic, think about what you ate. Did you have beets? Did you have some rhubarb? Did you have some blueberries? If you had those things, then there's nothing to worry about. But if you didn't have those things and the urine is red or pink, that could be indicative that something is wrong. There could be blood in your urine, a symptom known as hematuria, and that could be telling you that you have either a tumor or something in the bladders going on, something's happening with your kidneys. Sometimes that happens with bladder infections and kidney infections that have gone not taken care of. So you want to get to your doctor and get that looked at. Also, if the urine is orange, if it appears orange, that is a pure symptom of dehydration. Orange is, in addition to light color stools together, may be a bile getting into your bloodstream. So that is also something that you want to talk to your doctor about, because that is the signal for new onset of jaundice, which can cause that. Yes, some medications can cause that as well. So yes, some medications absolutely can change the color of your urine, like blue and green. Blue and green urine can be caused by food coloring, again, something that you ate. So you want to think about, what did I eat before I freak out? Or sometimes it is caused by testing. Sometimes you get tests done on your kidneys and your bladder, and they give you the blue dye or the green dye, and that green dye can then pass into your urine. So that can be there. But there is also a very rare bacteria infection that can cause this blue or green or even indigo purple. I couldn't imagine. That would probably just freak me out. I probably would look at the toilet and start running. Gone. But blue or green urine or purple urine is very much rare and is most likely connected to your diet. If it's not your diet, then you want to run to your doctor. If your urine is dark brown, in most cases it's dark brown because of extreme no, don't call me, call your doctor. People do that too. Don't say that, because people do that. People are like, Darlaina, this is what's happening. And I'm like, did you call 911? Why are you calling me? Why are you calling me? I need you to call the doctor and go to the doctor. That's what I need. I'm freaking out because they freaking out, but I'm staying calm in my mind. I'm saying, okay, that's fine. Now I want you to hang up the phone, and I want you to call your husband or call your wife. Tell your wife to take you to the doctor. This is a concern. So, and then when I hang up, I'm like, geez, why they call? Yeah, that happens. But dark brown in most cases is truly dehydration, or it could, blue, or it could be a side effect of medications that you are taking, or again, eating large amounts of rhubarb, fava beans, or aloe can sometimes, large amounts of it can cause the urine to be brown. So you just want to be thinking of, okay, what am I doing? What did I eat that's causing this? So you want to be thinking about what it is that you may have eaten that is causing your urine to be brown. If you can't relate it to something that you ate, it could be something called, let me get the word right, porphyra, which is a buildup of chemicals in the bloodstream, which can cause this rusty brown urine. And so it also can be a indicator of liver disease. So it can be because of liver disease, the bile gets mixed in with the urine and will cause it to be brown. So you want to definitely go get checked out if you are having this on a regular basis. And that means over, I wouldn't say regular over weeks or long days, I would say if after 24 hours and this goes into another day, I would definitely go get checked out. Cloudy urine can be a sign of a urinary tract infection. It also can be symptoms of chronic kidney disease, or it could be a sign that you're just dehydrated also. Cloudy urine with foam or bubbles in it can be a symptom of Crohn's disease or diverticulitis, which is a problem with the intestines. You know, in some cases, the urine is foamy and the doctors can't determine what the cause is. So you just want to be mindful of what you are putting into your body, and you'll be able to answer your own question as to what is going on. So again, what's the color? If it's clear, you're drinking too much water, you need to cut back. If it's yellowish to amber, that's typical and that's healthy. If it's red or pink, figure out if you ate red or dyed things, or it could be enlarged prostate, kidney stones, tumors in the bladder. You want to talk to your doctor if something that is going on more than once. If it's orange, it could be just you're dehydrated, but if it's combined with light colored stool, it could mean that there's a problem with the bile ducts. So you want to just monitor yourself and see how often that this is happening. You know, again, you're going to pee 6 to 8 times in 24 hours. If in 24 hours, those 6 to 8 times, this looks like this every single time, and you've eaten whatever you can't place it with something that you've eaten or drank, then checked out. If it's blue, green, or indigo purple, start running. No. Then it's probably in relation to getting some sort of test on your kidneys or bladder at the doctor, and it's just kind of moved over there. Or if it does happen and is not related to that, then it could be this very rare bacteria infection that causes that. If it is,
so here's the question.
Yes.
What about sudsy pee?
Same thing. That's foamy. That means you drank soap. That means you got your mouth washed out with soap. Or that could mean that your wife cleaned the toilet and left the soap in there.
Oh, okay. All right, you got that, Laverne.
Oh my goodness. Okay, and so if it is also dark brown, again, that could be dehydration. Yes, Laverne, it could be diabetic as well. Dehydration can cause dark brown, really, really dark colors. Also could be from medication or from some sort of liver disease. So if it's something that's happening all the time, you definitely want to take a look at it. Again, cloudy could mean dehydration, urinary tract infection, or a symptom of some sort of kidney condition. And cloudy urine with foam is definitely some health condition that you want to definitely speak to your doctor about. You know, one of the questions that came up was, is urine sterile? And the person was saying that when you get bit by a jellyfish, you're just supposed to pee on it. That's what they say. I never been around jellyfish in the beach and got stung by one and somebody said, hold on, let me pee on it. Well, according to this research, don't do that. Don't pee on the jellyfish sting, because the urine is full of bacteria, and which is full of salt too. So even if you're healthy, you still have bacteria in your urine. It's not a good idea to pee on that. So, and that could actually make the sting worse because the urine has the salt. So it's literally like rubbing salt into a wound. So don't do that. Like, why are people doing that? So anyway, anytime urine is abnormal in color, it's probably dehydration. It's probably something you ate. It's probably a side effect of medication. And so the regular color should resume within a day or two. If it doesn't, then you wanna definitely see about what is going on with you. So the questions that came up was that, and then the one of the other question was, why do I feel like I need to pee when I have sex? So that never happens to men. Let me just say that. Because of the way men are set up, their bladder gets closed off, so it's not them, but it's usually women, and that's because the vagina and the bladder are so close together that sometimes sexual stimulation can cause pressure on the bladder, which makes you feel like you gotta pee. So that's the question for that. Is it bad to hold your pee? You can hold it. It's not a great idea, but you can hold it probably until you get to a restroom. But eventually, your body will overpower your brain and will make you either pee where you are or pee in your pants. One of the two. Sometimes what happens too with that is with pregnancy and childbirth, the muscles get weaker, and the connective tissues that hold the pelvic organs together can also cause a person to have what they call incontinence, which is leaky bladder. You can't hold it. You're waiting and all that. The other thing that they asked me was, what about the smell? So smells mean something too. They absolutely mean something too. So you want to pay attention to that. Unless you ate some sort of curry, or sometimes salmon, or sometimes asparagus for sure, changes the way that it smells. So you don't panic. Just again, think about what it is that you ate. So there's things that will do that. Sometimes when you are dehydrated, it can change the way that it smells. Instead of no smell, it could be ammonia smelling, or very what they say, pungent smell. So just think about what you ate and make sure that, if that's the case, then you just need to drink more water to dilute that. Sometimes a high salt diet can affect what the urine smells like. If you drink coffee, if you have a urinary tract infection, if you have diabetes or pre-diabetes. So the recommended amount of water is 8 glasses, which is 8-ounce glasses of water per day. But what I've also read is that you should be drinking half your body weight in ounces. So if you weigh 150 pounds, you should be drinking 75 ounces of water. But take your time. If you're not somebody who's drinking water on a regular basis, let's just start with the recommended amount of the 8, and just, kind of baby step your way, there, little by little, step by step, you'll get there. Hold on. I got a low battery sign up. So yeah, so it could be that. Also, again, those foods can do that. If you have kidney stones, that will change the smell. If you have a bacteria infection or yeast infection, that will also change the smell as well. So you wanna be paying attention to what it looks like, what it smells like, because it's all signals. The body is constantly talking. So as it is talking to you, you want to be paying attention. So it could also be sometimes when you're ovulating as women, it will change. It will change the amount of hormones, so that will change the smell. If you have a STI, sexually transmitted infection from something, it will also change what it smells like as well. There's supplements sometimes can do that as well. So you want to pay attention to what you are putting in your body, because as you are putting things in, that is what will determine how things come out. Whether it's the light yellow, the dark yellow, the purple, blue. So if you have any concerns about things that are coming out and what they look like, then you absolutely want to speak to a professional about it. People sometimes panic, and they don't need to panic. You just want to make sure that you are paying attention, and if it continues to go for a while, you want to definitely speak to your doctor about that. Dang, that was too fast. I still got minutes. Hold on, let me talk about something else. P was too short. I got time for questions today.
Oh.
What's your thoughts, Mr. Satchel?
What you asked me that question for? You already it's like, you know, I gotta put on some hits. I gotta really hear this because you know I got some questions, right?
Yes, go ahead, answer.
Okay. The reason why I'm asking you these questions because I know for a fact this is not talked about.
Nope.
In a written conversation with your loved ones, with your children, and mostly with the person that you're laying next to.
Mm-hmm.
Am I making sense? So you and the thing about it is, listen, it's like have you ever walked in someone's home and it's like real, it's like a cinch, and they live there like, God dang, what the hell is that smell?
Yes.
And they don't smell it because they live in it. Just like many of us, we don't see it because we're in the mirror. We don't see our flaws. We don't see that. Just like you don't smell it if you're there all the time. Now, some of us, right, we won't even say nothing because we think we will offend. We will offend that other person.
Yes.
But let me share something with you.
Yes.
When you know, like, let me tell you something. These are the real people, guys. You're gonna know your friends when you hear it. So I was like over somebody's house, a friend of mine. He said, "Damn, dude, did you drink any water today?" And I said, "Why you say that?" He says, "Your urine like it stinks." So I was like, and a lot of people get offended by this.
Yes,
really bad. Because even when you just said it today to us, I remember the last time we had this conversation.
Yes.
We talked about we laugh at stuff. We try to laugh. It's just like it's jokingly, but for real, this is real stuff.
It is real.
Because the doctors will ask you to bring in urine, and it's like, how is this? And you'll ask yourself, even when you look at it, you question it yourself. You be like, God dang.
Yeah.
You know,
sometimes you do like this. You like, who did that? Who did that? That's an animal. And so you really have to pay attention to what you leaving behind. You know, we talked about the fecal matter, the stool. So you already checking that. So now you want to check the urine too. You want to make sure that it's the right color, that it doesn't smell crazy, that it's not bubbly or cloudy or any of those things, because all those things mean something. If you cannot attribute these colors to something that you ate or some medication, then it's something to watch. And I will watch it for 24 hours. And if it's still like that for 24 hours, then you know something is wrong and you need to get checked out. Sometimes what happens though, when somebody has a urinary tract infection or kidney infection and the color of the urine is changed, but that also comes with pain. So if you're having pain with it, then you absolutely know that something is wrong and you need to get checked out. You don't have to wait 24 hours to go get checked out because the pain is with it. So you know that something's wrong. Kidney infections, you may not feel them in like the urethra going to the bathroom, but you'll feel it in your back. your back will just be aching and aching, and then the back pain gets worse and worse and worse. That means it has passed the kidney infection, and now, it has passed the urinary tract, and it is in your kidney. And so that is when you get that really extreme back pain. That back pain is so bad you'll be bent over trying to, to deal with that. So if there's pain with this color and smell, then you know that you got to go get checked out. So don't wait 24 hours. Go get checked out right away.
And first and foremost, I'm going to say thank you for even bringing this up, because I know for a fact, because you look at this stuff and I'm 56, and then a person says, "Well, I'm embarrassed." Listen, I'm too old to be embarrassed. Yeah. Like my friend came here, like this stuff right here. I'm gonna show y'all. It's called cramp. This stuff is called. Now he came over and we're having this conversation, and all of a sudden, he says, "Man, what happens when you gotta?" Like I noticed that, like I used to hold it a long time. Mm-hmm. Now it's like. Mm-mm. Okay, let me watch this. Let's get real with it now.
Hurry up.
Let's get real with it, right? How about, have you ever peed on yourself?
At least once or twice in my life. Absolutely. Absolutely. Can't make it.
Listen.
Didn't make it.
No. Have you ever, I was like,
how old am I? Like, how old am I? What am I doing?
I'm just saying, what the heck is that? Yeah, like I know my dad just said something about. He said something. What did he say? I'm looking at his stuff. You got to go back. I'm gonna say the script for you. Tom said, "How about water retention?"
Yeah, that can that can happen sometimes when there's something going wrong, when sometimes with diabetes, sometimes when the heart is not working like it's supposed to, you'll retain water around your middle. That comes a lot with congestive heart failure. So you definitely wanna get that looked at, taken care of for sure. It's all signals. Everything that's happening is a signal. So you need to pay attention to the signals. Your body is talking to you. It's telling you something. So you absolutely want to pay attention to the signal. It's talking to you. So what does this signal mean? What is it saying? So if you are having fluid retention, you want to see what that is. It could be medication. When we're taking pharmaceutical drugs, right? There's some side effects to each and every one of them. They are working to suppress a symptom, not to heal you, but to stop a symptom. And when they're trying to stop one symptom, sometimes they create more. Yes, salt can cause you to retain fluid as well. So you want to be mindful of everything that this body that we live in is a machine. It's a machine. So if you give the machine everything that it needs, it will absolutely heal itself, right? So that means that you have to eat right, you have to exercise, and sometimes because our food is deficient, you have to supplement. So that means you need to take a multivitamin, a multi-mineral. You need to drink your 8 glasses of water. Y'all need to eat vegetables. It can't all be about dead food, because you can't take care of a living body with dead food. So that means that, think about your body. Your body, we love it. It looks good, and we get to dress it up and make it look nice. But if you're not taking care of the inside, so the inside look as good as the outside, then it's going to hurt you. It's going to tell you your knees going to hurt because you're too heavy, right? Your ankles might hurt, your feet might hurt. You can't wear what you want to wear because you can't put them heels on when you're too heavy, because it's not a good way to stabilize yourself. If you're not eating right, your stomach bothering you, it's going to tell you everything that you're doing. So why not give it what it needs in order for it to take care of you? Why don't you help you to help you?
Okay. Come on up here, David Terry. What you got, brother?
Uh-oh. But yeah, that's the whole thing. Give the body what it needs.
Hush. Go ahead, David. Go ahead, David. Talk.
This thing broke.
This thing's broke.
He broke his.
And, okay, come on up here, Gina. Say it. Answer the question. Oh, there he is. There you go, David. Hey, buddy.
Yes, I started doing like half my body weight in water, and I know you said it takes away the nutrients. What can I drink to like replace nutrients?
So when you do that, it's the electrolytes. So to replace electrolytes, you can add coconut water. Some people do Gatorade, but Gatorade has a bunch of chemicals in it, so I do not recommend Gatorade for anything. So the natural form of Gatorade is coconut water. Coconut water has just as many natural electrolytes in it. So I would add the coconut water, and then make sure you're taking a multivitamin, multimineral. Multivitamin is important, but multimineral is important too. That's your zinc, your magnesium, all of those are in that. So you need that as well. You need both.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's good. Gina.
Morning. I have a question, Darlaina.
Yes, ma'am.
When I don't know if it affects men, but I know with women, when we eat asparagus, why does it cause our urine to have a smell?
Because of the component.
Not saying it's a bad smell, but just the.
Yeah, it's like that with a few different types of foods. It's just because of the food and the components that's in the food. It has this like sulfuric acid in the actual asparagus, and that's what causes that. It causes it in men and women. It causes it in kids. It causes it in whoever eats it. But I really like asparagus. Okay. I really like asparagus.
I do too. I love asparagus. And then I go out and like, ooh.
Yeah, but the good thing it only lasts a few times, so it just has to run through. Once it runs through, then you're good to go. Just drink some water, you good. So yeah,
thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Okay. 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 Go ahead, Tom. You want to ask us something? I just unmuted him. I see his head like.
Yeah, the irony of it, I put the question in about the retention of water.
Yeah.
And something that's been a problem for a few months now.
Yeah.
And the irony of it is, like they say, drink half your weight in water.
Yeah. But
then that becomes a problem.
Yeah. So
retain water.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So if
let me tell you what also.
Go ahead.
What also happens with it. It accumulates around my lungs, and it becomes a problem with my breathing.
Yes.
Which I never heard of anything like that.
Yes, absolutely.
To the point, it'll wake me up at night. Mm-hmm.
So when you are having problems retaining water, then it is not recommended for you to drink 8 glasses of water. People with kidney problems and heart disease, they are not recommended to drink that amount of water. So I would absolutely be having that conversation with your doctor about that, because something probably is causing you to retain the water. It could be your heart, it could be your kidneys. One of those two things could be causing you to retain the water. So you want to find out what that is so that you know how to regulate it. So you just have to regulate a little bit differently. That's all.
Wow.
That's what happens when you get grown. That's a grown folk problem.
I guess I'm there.
He said, "I guess I'm
there."
That
was when I was diagnosed with congestive heart failure. They absolutely limited how much water I could drink, because the water accumulated all in my abdomen and then around my heart and in my lungs. Same thing. It doesn't go where it's supposed to when the heart is not able to pump at full capacity. This is what happened. At that time, I think my heart was pumping at 35%. And so at 35%, I could not drink 8 glasses of water. And that happens to people with kidney disease as well. When you have kidney disease, you cannot drink that amount of water because the kidneys cannot process it. So your water intake has to be less. So people like that, sometimes I have them to, and this is depending on who the person is. So don't just go out here doing stuff because you heard somebody say it. Instead of drinking water, that I would have them juicing, because if the liquid is going to be limited, then you want the liquid to be good liquid as opposed to just plain water. So yeah.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
You're welcome.
Got a question, Miss Lewis?
Yes, Darlaina. You mentioned about, I think it's black seed bitters. Okay, I have to have surgery, coming up for my knee, and I want to know, can I take that still, or I have to wait until after surgery to do that?
I have to look at the bottle and make sure, because what happens is sometimes if you have too much vitamin K, certain herbs, they make you bleed more. So I would just have to look at that bottle and see what's in the bottle to see. But for most part, most of the supplements that we take are natural, so it's not too bad. But certain things can cause trouble. So I would want to look at that and whatever else that you are consuming before I can educately say yes or no.
Okay, thank you.
Oh my God. Oh my Lord. All right, you guys. Hopefully y'all are really getting this. So I gotta show y'all. I'm getting ready to my stuff, right? Oh my God. I'm getting ready to
turn on your camera.
Oh, all right. Here it is. This is it. That's it.
Oh, your bitters. About to do the bitters. But yeah, it's whatever those. So taking supplements, the bitters, all of that stuff is good to help the body. Sometimes our body gets sluggish because we've been eating bad for so long, but by taking supplements, drinking those bitters, drinking your water, all of these things gives your body the push that it needs in order for it to help you, so that you get to live the healthiest version of yourself. So that's all that does. It helps with so many things that the body is doing. This body is, you sitting here chilling, right? Sitting in your chair, you right here on the phone, with us online. And your body right now is digesting what you ate, is processing, it's breathing, it's keeping you cool, it's keeping you warm, it's doing all of that. And so as it's doing all of these things, you're just giving it some help for the processes that it has to do anyway. It has to digest what you ate for breakfast. It's going to, if you took medication or supplements, it's got to break that stuff down and send it out into the bloodstream and give you what it needs. Or if you're sitting there hungry, your stomach is growling right now, telling you, listen, how much longer is this call? Because I'm hungry. How much longer this going to be? Because we need to eat. Or how much longer we going to sit here? Because we got to go to the bathroom. Thank you. We have to pay attention to the needs of our bodies. If you are thirsty, you are well past dehydration. If you have waited until you are thirsty, you have waited too long. Just drink your water. Drink your water. You can add some lemon to it. If you add lemon and a little dab of pink Himalayan salt, you just have turned your water into an alkaline water by adding the lemon and the salt to it. And what I'll do is put the lemon and the salt to it overnight and then drink that in the morning. That's the first thing I drink. So by drinking that in there too, that's also a natural detoxification that works with your body. Not a detox that's going to make you run to the bathroom and got to go real bad. Just one that's going to work subtly with your body, with what it does already. And that's really what we want to do. We want to do things that work with us. Now, I recommend people doing like a colon cleanse maybe twice a year, to really just clean everything out and start all over. And while you're doing that, having a raw food diet, which means totally plant-based diet at that time. Yes, the pink Himalayan salt, sea salt, You can do white sea salt too, but the pink Himalayan has more properties in it. It has more it has more minerals in it. So the pink Himalayan salt is what I use. I use that to cook with. I use it to season with, and I also put it in my water with the lemon to make my own. Yes, pink Himalayan. You got it. Thank you, helper. Deidre Lynn has always been my amazing helper that puts all the good stuff in. I don't refrigerate any water that you drink, because when you drink cold water, it shocks the body. It feels good on a hot day, so it's okay to do it then. But for the most part, your water should be room temperature. No cold water. No cold water. We don't want to shock our systems too much. Now, you outside and it's balling outside, it's 90 degrees, then by all means, absolutely have a drink of cold water. But on a regular basis, you don't want to drink cold water. You want to drink it at room temperature. Adds a little bit of lemon and some sea salt to it. Craving ice water. If you craving ice, that is a magnesium deficiency, and you need to take a multi-mineral, and the ice cravings will go away. And it's not good for your teeth to chew ice either. You cause little cracks in your teeth by doing that. But yes,
I remember. So Darlaina came over my house, y'all. And she had to come over here early in the morning, and this woman had all of these pills in her hand that she was getting ready to take. And I was like, dang, what is that?
Everything.
And she told me, go ahead, tell me. It was like all these
yeah.
I know it wasn't a real Medicaid, but it was like these big old submarine pills and stuff like that.
So I take a bunch of stuff. So I'm 56 years old. I don't take any pharmaceutical drugs at all, but I do things to support my body. So I am a heart disease survivor. So I take hawthorn berries and hibiscus, those two support my heart, along with CoQ10, right? Then I take a multivitamin, multi-mineral, right? Because we need because our food is deficient. Even if you eating green vegetables and all that kind of stuff, sometimes you can get things organic and sometimes you can't. So based on what you can get determines how much supplementation you need to do. The dirt that our food is grown in is supposed to have 56 minerals in it. Right now, our dirt has 3 minerals in it.
What?
So because the dirt is deficient, the food that's growing is deficient, which means we're going to be deficient. And that's why we must supplement, because we're not getting everything from what we eat. So you have to supplement. So I supplement. I have a handful. And then I take, especially right now during COVID, I take 5,000 to 10,000 milligrams of vitamin C. I also take vitamin D3. I also take elderberry. And I also take golden seal. Those are the things that keep my immunity up, so that even if I am exposed to COVID or the pneumonia or the flu or whatever, I'm not going to get sick because my immunity is high. So I'm not going to get sick. I can tell when I've been exposed to something, because what will happen is I'll get maybe a runny nose or something, and maybe my throat will be scratchy. But within 24 hours or less, sometimes 12 hours, it's gone. Whatever it is, because I continue to supplement. Plus I eat right and I exercise too. I love infused waters too. One of the things that I infused, they had told me maybe 5 years ago that I had high blood pressure. And they said it wasn't nothing I was going to be able to do about the high blood pressure because it was hereditary. And so I told my doctor, she said, I need to give you whatever. I said, I'm not taking that. I'm going home and I'm going to go do some stuff and I'll be back. So one of the great things you can do for high blood pressure is eat garlic. Garlic is so good for you. And you can take garlic tablets that don't smell like the garlic. So garlic, if my blood pressure was up, because they gave me a machine so I can monitor it. If my blood pressure was up, then I would do 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar with a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. Take that down. That'll bring it down quick, right? Then I would juice cucumber, parsley, and celery. Those three things together also help to regulate blood pressure. And then when I wasn't juicing it, then I would take those same three ingredients, cucumber, parsley, and celery, cut them up and infuse my water. And then I would add some lemon to it. I would add strawberries to it just to give it some color and flavor. And I would just walk around and drink the infused water. In my book, I talk about my two friends, my friend and my ex-sister-in-law. My friend came to my house and her blood pressure was through the roof. I did all of that, what I just said, for her. And then my sister-in-law called and said the same thing at the same time. So simultaneously, in 24 hours, their blood pressure was all the way up. But by the next morning, both of their blood pressures were normal.
Wow.
So yeah.
Wow.
So you know, it's a dirty job, but somebody got to do it, and I'm proud to do it.
We are so thankful. Y'all give it up for her right now. Throw them sevens up there on that board. Clap it up. Let's just be appreciative of Ms. Rose on today, because we don't want to see ourselves here. We want to live prosperous. We want to live long lives. Like, what's that thing that Darlaina said, the Star Trekkie? Live long and prosper.
Yes, health is wealth.
So with that being said, we thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, if they want to send her something to her Cash App, you can go to, what is it?
DR Healer. DR Healer. Darlaina Rose Healer. DR Healer.
DR Healer.
Yes, health is wealth. If you don't have your health, you don't have nothing else. Nothing else matters.
Put a $sign in front of that.
Yes,
first.
yes, $, DR Healer.
Okay, it's $, DR Healer.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where you can share something with her. Yes. I always give people.
Thank you, friend. Thank you, friend. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. Thank you, DJ Lynn. I appreciate y'all.
Y'all go ahead and sew into that young lady. Be good to her. At the end of the day, take control over your life. I think those are some of the things she just said today. I'm looking at all these daggone pills, like all the pills. I'm like, what are you doing? She said, listen, when you learn these things,
yes.
And I thank God for her every freaking day, because look, she's that person that will, like, and I'm telling you, she's real to what she does, you guys. If you don't know her, Darlaina Rose, you better check her out at the end of the day, for all those that's looking at her for the first time.
Yeah.
And give her a phone call. Call her up. Text her. She's on Facebook. She got her own show now.
Yeah.
That's on Instagram. She needs to advertise that.
Yes.
And let it be known. Like, you get on there
and I'm still looking. I'm still looking for women. I have to do let's see, tonight is episode 22. So I still need more. It's episode 22 tonight. So I still need about 70 more women. So I'm doing 100 women, 100 days, 100 interviews. If you are a dope woman out here in these streets doing something amazing, then by all means, make sure that you are one of the people that I would love to feature. And then on Father's, you got one for me? And then
I'm give you one right now.
Okay. Yep. And on Father's Day, I start 100 men. So I will do 100 men starting in June. So I need all of that, because I think people should know, who we are. Our network should know our networks. It doesn't matter if you got 50,000 or however many millions of followers. You don't need that. You just need to be doing something amazing. So yeah.
Wow. So like this I'm going to send it to you, right? And okay. I want you to call Laverne.
Laverne's on. Laverne is already on.
She's on. Oh, okay.
Yes.
I'm talking about not Laverne, not our Laverne.
Oh, another Laverne. Oh, okay.
That Laverne right there.
Okay.
Yes, SPRULL here, Laverne Sprills.
Okay.
I want you to feature her, and then we're gonna bring. Listen, how many you need? I got you. Don't even worry about it. Let's go.
All right, cool.
Sharon Carter needs to be featured. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Diane needs to be featured.
Okay.
Lola, we got some ladies. Don't worry about it.
Okay. All right, cool.
And all y'all got to do, you ain't got to go nowhere. So we thank you every day, right?
Yes.
And then here go Laverne. Got another person for y'all. Another one for you, too. Y'all
all right,
look out, man. Come on, now.
Let's go.
Brenda Bryant. Yep.
Let's go. Yes, Brenda for sure. Brenda for sure. And Deidre Lynn too. Deidre Lynn too. She over there being quiet, but yeah. She's talking about she on hiatus from her PhD, but we're gonna see. She gonna have to come on out. She's gonna have to come on out.
God bless. Take charge, guys, because if you don't, somebody else will. And I guarantee once they get a hold of your behind,
you ain't gonna like it.
Take your urine for you. You ain't gonna like that. They go ahead. All right, we're gonna put a catheter. What? No, we ain't doing all that. Have a great day on purpose.
Thank you, everybody, for watching. Bye for now.
Absolutely.